People are literally raving about this electric car. They're saying it's amazing, it's awesome. Maybe they're getting ahead of themselves just a little bit because no one in the world has actually tested it yet. All we have are some marketing images from Zeekr. That said, I've got to say, I've got a little bit excited about it too. I think it's actually going to be really good. And it won't just be sold in China. This is a global electric car which will likely be affordable. And I've got to say, Zeekr are using some of the best technology that has been created in China. In other words, this could be one of the best small SUVs ever made. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back, everyone else. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Sam Evans. Zeekr make the 001. If you've been watching this channel for a while now, you'd know that it's one of my top 3 favorite electric cars in the world. I think it is amazing. 1,000 kilometers of range, probably real world close at 850, but so what? Amazing car. And it's luxurious, it's big, it's affordable, it's amazing. It's just, yeah, I want one, as you can see. And the thing is, Zeekr are a brand of the Geely Automotive Group. Basically, Geely plan on selling Zeekr vehicles at Volvo and Polestar dealerships. So it's all set up. The table has been laid out for Zeekr, the brand. It's only a matter of time before we can start buying these Zeekr vehicles. That's why I think it's worth you paying attention to this vehicle, actually having a look at whether or not it would suit your needs. The Zeekr X, or the 003 as it was formerly known, is not a concept car. This is actually what it will look like. And it looks really good. It does. Some people are saying it looks wild and radical and amazing. I wouldn't go that far. I like it, but there is one big problem with it. The BYD Atto 3 car that I had, it had pretty poor rear view. It did. Well, when you tried to look through the back window, the back of the car, it was very difficult to get any kind of good idea, good vision through the back of the car. You kind of had to rely on the cameras, really. This car, well, you can see that rear vision is going to be abysmal. Other than that, it looks great. So what is the size? Very similar size to the BYD Atto 3. That gives you a good idea of the kind of market this will be competing in. I think it looks like more of a premium car than the Atto 3. Will it be more expensive? Don't know yet. Size, 4,450 millimeters long, 1,836 millimeters wide, 1,572 mil high, and wheelbase is 2,750 millimeters. In other words, it's almost identically sized to the Atto 3, within a few millimeters. It's bizarre how similar it is. Now, in terms of looks, I think both cars look really good. I'd say this car probably looks a little bit newer, a little bit more modern, but really both of them look good. How does that work out in terms of inches? It's 175.2 inches long, 72.3 inches wide, and 62 inches tall, with a wheelbase of 2,750 millimeters. That's 108.3 inches. It's going to be built on the same architecture, probably a similar size car, to the Volvo EX30. So that'll give you another choice. Basically, be able to buy the EX30, BYD Atto 3 in many countries around the world, not in the US probably, and then of course this Zeekr 001. So just more and more models are coming to market, more and more competition comes to the market. What happens then? Prices come down. What do we see now recently? I've been saying on this channel now for a long time, prices will come down, prices will come down. People have been saying in the comments, you're wrong, you don't know what you're talking about. EV prices are always going to go up. There's only so much lithium in the world. The CEO of Toyota told me there's not enough lithium in the world, therefore prices are going to go up. You're wrong, Viking, you're wrong. Well, sorry my friends, but I was right. I was also right about one other thing. I told you all that Ford would dump their Rivian stock, and guess what? They did. All of it. They just finished selling all of it. Interesting that. Now, we don't know the exact specifications, but Geely have said this vehicle will do 0 to 100 or 0 to 62 miles an hour in 4 seconds, or within 4 seconds, whatever that means, maybe less than 4. However, of course, that won't be every model. That'll just be the performance model. Most likely, it will be the same spec motors, same power as the Smart #1 Brabus. That comes with dual electric motors producing 422 horsepower, that's 315 kilowatt. And it will likely come with a single motor variant, as in the cheapest entry-level model, with 264 horsepower, that's 200 kilowatt. And It seems as though it's probably going to come with the same battery pack as the Smart vehicle, which is obviously a Geely co-owned brand, 66 kilowatt hour battery pack. And we don't know if these specs are exactly what's going to come out. I can't really say for sure. It does seem very, very likely though, based on the fact that it's built on the same architecture, same parent company. Yeah, you see the point. Now, single motor. I mean, you'd think right, 260 horsepower. That's the base model in a relatively small car. That even in itself is going to be quite fast. I'd be more than happy with that. You don't really need a car with, more than 500 horsepower in this size. 260 horsepower would be more than enough. So when is it coming out? It's scheduled for launch in the second quarter of 2023. In other words, not very long. Unfortunately, the bad news is that's just in China. We don't know when it's coming out in the rest of the world, but it is definitely coming out in Europe. It sounds like it's coming out in some other countries, Norway, Sweden, New Zealand, Australia. Don't know when to Australia, don't know when to the United States, apparently where it's coming as well. When I find out, I'll have a new video with updated specs, features, prices, everything else. And where does that good looks, where does that nice styling come from? Well, Zeekr says the X has been designed by a team led by Stefan Silaf at the Zeekr Global Design Center in Sweden. Designers push the frontier of urban SUV, according to the automaker, which notes that the Zeekr X adopts frameless doors and exterior frameless mirrors to achieve a clean design and an enhanced aerodynamic performance. The only other thing we know is that this will be the first model from Zeekr to debut internationally. In other words, if you're looking to get the 001 or any of the other Zeekr models, well, you're going to have to wait even longer. This will be the first electric Zeekr model to go global, to be available in Europe, in other areas as well. But after that, we will get these other Zeekr models. Frankly, it can't happen fast enough. I'd love to get my hands on one of these. Actually, I'd much prefer the Zeekr 001, but that's just me. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know what you think. Would you consider one? Let's say it's priced around at the BYD Atto 3 price, so around at 45,000, 33, 34,000 US dollars. Would you consider one at that price? I think I might.